everyone. This is Dr. Anaga and this is Dr. Praveen Jacob. He is the adjunct professor of KS Hegde Medical College, chief consultant in Veda Wellness Center, Nisargamane, and chief scientific advisor of Atmantan Wellness Center. Doctor, we welcome you. So, unlike the notion, India is becoming the hub of diabetes, and it is said that by 2030, India will be the leading country with maximum number of diabetes.
Yeah.
And most of the diabetic patients, they feel that switching over to ragi or wheat is much helpful than consuming rice.
Yeah.
And that will help in controlling the sugar levels. So what exactly is the mechanism of this, doctor?
Yeah.
And what exactly is the fact?
So we do know that India holds top position in the incidence of diabetes patient.
Yeah.
The important question here, why do we have more diabetic patient? Answer is very simple. In India, most of our calorie comes from grains. I would like to use the word grains. Rice, wheat, ragi, millet are the staple for Indians. Most of the calorie come from grains. Grains are rich source of carbohydrate. Indian diet is deficient in fat and protein, rich in carbohydrates, and we have more diabetic patients. That clearly implies that it is not the protein or fat cause diabetes, carbohydrate. Rice cause, millet cause, ragi cause diabetes, wheat cause diabetes if you consume in excess quantity.
Okay.
And there is a misconception, millets are glorified now. Millets are glorified and fat is demonized.
Yeah.
And people have an obsession, eating non-veg can cause the diabetes. Then why we have more diabetic patient here if non-veg is bad?
Yeah.
Compared with the Western countries, it is not the non-veg, neither the eggs, nor the fat or coconut, ghee, butter. None of these foods can contribute to diabetes. Only one culprit, grains, including millet.
Okay.
Millet, like millets are glorified. I don't know the logic behind millets. Just do a basic study, you can find out that all millets got same amount of sugar as like rice and wheat. And again, there are few claims that it is rich in fiber. Look at the content of fiber in millet. The most of the millets, kodo millet or the millets, the fiber is 5%, but wheat hold 12% of fiber.
Okay.
So I don't know what makes millets to be glorified as the diabetic food. I never seen someone getting cure from diabetes by eating millet, but I have seen hundreds of my patients got complete remission of diabetes when they stayed away from the grains and millets. When they eat more fat, when they include more protein, they got complete cure from diabetes. I will challenge you, if one of you can point out a single patient who cured diabetes by millet, I can challenge that none of you have reversed diabetes by eating millet. Because just to do a study, the carbohydrate content of millets are as same like rice or wheat. No difference at all.
Okay. So as you are saying, it is not the fats or meat that is causing diabetes, it is the grains that is causing diabetes.
Causing the diabetes, yes.
Okay. So it is not the meat or it is not the fats that is causing, or it's not the protein that is causing diabetes. It is the grains which is rich in carbohydrates. And unlike the notion, grains include all kinds of your millets, including your ragi, kodo millet, then foxtail millet, and also your wheat and rice.
Yeah.
So rice is not much different from the millets that you're consuming, and because the carbohydrate content is almost the same.
Same, they're not much different at all. So the fat, for instance, the Brahmin population of India, they were eating more ghee. Ghee and rice was the staple of Havyaka Brahmins of Uttara Kannada district. No one got diabetes. But now lots of Havyaka Brahmins are eating millet without ghee. You got the difference here?
Yeah.
Millet without ghee. So ghee was protecting. Ghee is the fat. It's not the rice was protecting.
Okay.
So the major take-home message here, the fat and protein is very good for our health to prevent diabetes to heart disease.
Okay.
But carbohydrate, including millet, are bad for controlling diabetes.
Okay. So any kind of grains that is taken is definitely bad for diabetes, and it can further elevate your diabetic condition. So we will see one of the best foods for diabetes,
Yeah.
which is often thought to be not to be taken
Yeah.
by diabetic patient, that is sweet potato.
Sweet potato.
Yeah. So what is the comparison between grains and taking sweet potato?
Yeah, most of the grains holds the carbohydrate percentage range between 70 to 80 percentage. Millets like ragi, kodo millet, carb is about 72 percentage. Wheat, carb is 72 percentage. Rice, carb is 75 percentage, slightly higher.
Yeah.
But in sweet potato, carb is as little as 20 percentage.
Okay.
And that's imagine the amount of the
Yeah.
carb in grains. That's what always I will insist. All grains created
Diabetes.
equal. All
Yeah.
grains are created
Equal.
equal. If you consume huge amount, that rapidly elevate your blood glucose, spike your blood glucose shortly. But in contrast, sweet potato carb is just
20%.
20 percentage. When human being migrated from forest to village, which happened very recently, 10,000 years ago, we all were in forest, living as a tribes. 10,000 years ago, our ancestors settled to village, and grains became the staple food. And that's the moment diabetes originated. So the history of the diabetes can trace back to 10,000 years. The
Okay.
moment we start eating grains rich in carbohydrate, the insulin resistance, a condition called as insulin resistance, started. But sweet potato, in contrast, was part of human diet from 5 lakh to 10 lakh years. There
Okay.
are ample evidences supporting consumption of sweet potato, because sweet potato was very, very low in carbohydrate.
Okay.
Almost equivalent to banana. 100 gram of banana have 20 percentage of carbohydrate. 100 gram of mango has 20 gram of carbohydrate. Sweet potato has got same amount of carbohydrate.
Okay. So it is definitely the misconception of most of us. Most of us think that once you are diagnosed with diabetic condition, you are not supposed to take sweet potato or banana, as you mentioned, because they think that this will elevate the blood glucose levels. But the irony is, the grains that you are eating 3 times in a day, your rice, your wheat chapatis,
And millet.
and millets as well. So these are the reason for your high blood glucose levels, and it's not the banana, or it's not mango, or it's not any fruit, or it's not even sweet potato.
And also, I'm kindly requesting to all of you, don't believe me.
Yeah.
Don't believe me. Just do a Google search.
Yeah.
What is the sugar content of millet?
Millets. Yeah.
What is the sugar content of rice?
Rice.
What is, and take a pen and write down, and you please compare. After that, you will have a better conviction.
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating any points.
Yeah.
So you need to do basic research.
Yeah.
We are lacking in India. Most of the people blindly believe a doctor.
Yeah.
They never have that skeptical mind, so you start asking the questions whether millets are good. So you study about the nutritional profile of millet, nutritional profile of rice, nutritional profile of
Wheat.
and use your wisdom to distinguish which is better. Don't believe me. Just
Yeah.
I'm guiding a point.
Yeah. So the root cause of your diabetic condition is excess consumption of grains, and it is not that you are not supposed to take the natural foods like sweet potato or fruits.
Yeah.
So as doctor mentioned, the carbohydrate content of sweet potato is just 20% as compared to rice or wheat, which is about 70 to 72 percentage. And it's not just that, sweet potato has a lot of nutrition, and we'll see more about it.
It's not just low in carbohydrate. It is loaded with the incredible number of micronutrients. That is the added benefit of
Sweet potato. Okay.
Vitamin A single piece of sweet potato can offer you 768 percentage of vitamin A. 768 percentage of
Okay.
vitamin A. And vitamin A is a carotenoid group of antioxidants.
Yeah.
It can act as an antioxidant as well. 768 percentage. Vitamin C, 65 percentage of vitamin C from a single piece of sweet potato. Potassium, niacin, thiamine, magnesium, riboflavin, phosphorus, iron. And additionally, it is a beautiful source of a type of fiber called as fermentable soluble fiber.
Okay.
And most of the grains lack this type of fiber. And this fermentable fiber is the best food of gut bacteria. best food of
Okay,
gut
gut
bacteria.
bacteria.
And that's which would be the reason a sweet potato consuming community in Japan called as Okinawans.
Yeah.
The staple of this population is sweet potato. Their lifespan is 90 years. Longest living population in the world is sweet potato eaters.
Okay.
Why it is so? If sweet
Yeah.
potato is bad, it contribute to onset of diabetes, if it can worsen the cholesterol issues, why sweet potato eating community, Okinawans, live longest in the world? Not only Okinawans, just do a basic study, we can come across with a population who enjoy lots of sweet potato, none of them have metabolic syndrome. So it's a big misconception that underground foods are bad for diabetes. I don't know who created this type of notions. Underground
Yeah.
foods are bad, like carrot, beetroot, sweet potato
Yeah.
are bad for diabetes.
Yeah.
In fact, they are very low in carbohydrate. Carrot hold only 8% of carbohydrate. Beetroot have 9% of carbohydrate. Sweet potato 20, rice and millet 70 to 80.
Yeah. So that is the biggest irony, and that is the biggest misconception that all of us have, that eating the natural food like sweet potato or beetroot or carrot, as you mentioned, doctor. So people, most of them, once they are diagnosed with diabetes, they stop taking all these foods,
Yes, definitely.
thinking that this will worsen their diabetic condition, but they will never stop grains. So I guess it is the education, proper and right
Lack of
education
lack
that
of knowledge.
people should
We are
get.
curing hundreds of patients in our hospital. Nisarga Mane Hospital in Sirsi,
Yes.
we have cured hundreds of diabetic patients just by instilling right knowledge.
Yes.
To cure disease, to cure diabetes, you required knowledge.
Right knowledge, yeah.
To manage diabetes, you require medicine. That's
Yeah.
a major difference here. Manage diabetes by
Medicine.
Cure diabetes by
Diet.
Knowledge,
Yes.
right knowledge about food habits
Yes.
can cure diabetes.
Okay. So as you can see, a sweet potato, 100 gram of sweet potato contains 768% of vitamin A that is required. And vitamin A is one of the best antioxidant that your body can have. And vitamin C, 65% of vitamin C. So just include one sweet potato in your diet and you can meet all these things. So 27% of your required potassium, niacin of about 15%, thiamine, magnesium, riboflavin, phosphorus and iron as well. So including just one sweet potato in your everyday diet will meet all these micronutrients. And I can say that this is one of the best foods in your everyday diet. So it's not just we are explaining about this, we will see a few research papers that will prove the efficiency of consuming sweet potato in your everyday diet. So this is published in American Diabetes Association.
Study, the Supreme Court of Journals, American
Diabetes Association. So this says efficacy of including sweet potato on diabetes control in type 2 diabetic subject treated with diet.
Yeah. So efficacy of Ipomia batatas.
Yeah.
The Ipomia batatas are nothing but the scientific word for sweet potato.
Okay.
The title of the study goes like, when sweet potato was administered to diabetic patients, there had been dramatic improvement in different profiles. The study confirms the beneficial effect of Kayapo or sweet potato on plasma glucose as well as cholesterol level in patients with type 2 diabetes. The conclusion of the study, after administering sweet potato for 1 month in diabetic patients, they found excellent sugar control and additionally the bad cholesterol called as LDL dropped significantly. So two benefit.
Okay.
Two benefit. Number one was glucose
Control.
dropped rapidly. Second, the bad cholesterol controlled very effectively. So you can target two birds with the one stone. Sweet potato, reduce the cholesterol simultaneously,
Reducing the
better
glucose
glycemic
level.
control, better
Okay.
blood glucose control in diabetic patient.
So you also say that because of better cholesterol control, the risk of heart diseases also reduces.
Reduce, yes.
Okay. So we'll see in the next study. So this is in the Journal of Pharmacology and Therapeutics, and this says improved metabolic control by sweet potato
associated with the increased
Increased
adiponectin
adiponectin.
and decreased fibrinogen. The major point here to note down, decrease the fibrinogen. The
Okay.
title of study, decrease the fibrinogen. What is this fibrinogen? Very, very crucial to understand the mechanism behind fibrinogen. Have you heard about a tablet called as aspirin,
Yes.
which is famously called as blood thinner?
Yeah. And it is most
blood
commonly
thinner.
used.
It makes your blood thin.
Yeah.
How it can make your blood thin? There is a factor which make your blood adhere together, clot together, called as fibrinogen. The fibrinogen is the blood component, make your blood clot. The aspirin has the ability to block fibrinogen, hence
Okay.
reducing the clotting tendency, makes blood more thinner. Surprisingly, scientists found that sweet potato has got same effect, reducing fibrinogen.
Okay.
So it can serve as a aspirin as well, make your blood thinner. So one of the natural
Okay.
blood thinner by reducing fibrinogen, plasma
Fibrinogen.
that
Yes.
can significantly reduce the risk of heart disease.
Okay.
Most of the cardiac patients are prescribed with the
Aspirin.
aspirin.
Yeah.
So just imagine the benefit of sweet potato, the goodness of
Sweet potato. Yeah.
So most of the food we had been demonizing from the past 5 decades are real protectors. So the most of the disease scenario of the 21st century related to insufficient consumption of good foods. We have demonized many foods and we have glorified
The bad foods.
bad foods as the best one. Like
Yes.
health experts asked us to eat biscuit every morning to control blood glucose, told us
Yeah.
to stop sweet potato.
Yeah.
The sweet potato is from nature and biscuit is from the factory.
Yeah, and
We
it
had
is
been
processed, highly
We had been told
processed.
to take more refined oils. We had been fooled by taking oats and other stuffs, from the past 3 decades.
Yeah.
Most of the household breakfast is oats.
Oats.
But you look at the disease scenario. Despite eating oats, despite eating whole grain, despite eating biscuits, our condition is getting worse
Worsened,
day by
yeah.
day. The number of hospitals are mushrooming. Today I
Yes.
can challenge that the medical shops outnumber grocery shops.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, why? Because of wrong eating habits. All this disease, lifestyle related disorders are result of bad
Food habits.
food habits. So we are putting bad fuel to our engine. Just imagine if you put diesel to a petrol engine, what happened?
Yeah. It cannot function anymore.
Anymore. If you
Yeah.
put kerosene to a petrol car, it get damaged. Same
Yes.
way we are putting wrong fuel to our engine, intestine.
Yeah.
So we are suffering from long-time disease for which no cure, no medicines are effective.
Okay. So you say that diet is the ultimate cure for all the disease
Yes,
and
definitely.
yeah. So we often don't realize that food is the most forgotten medicine. So we include in today's diet, like doctor mentioned, in the morning with your coffee you have 2-3 biscuits, which is nothing but maida or processed flour.
Processed food with the chemicals.
Yes. And it is, every day if you include this in your diet, it is definitely worsening your health condition. And we are moving away from natural diet. We are consuming less and less fruits and vegetables. And like in this video that we mentioned about sweet potato, like the benefits of sweet potato is definitely very much greater than the grains that we are consuming. But unlike your notion or unlike your thinking, we include grains in the diet, but we don't include sweet potato in the diet. So as doctor gave the example of the longest living people in Okinawa.
Japanese population.
Yes, so they include sweet potato in their everyday diet. So you can see the benefits of including natural foods in your everyday diet and moving a little away from your junk foods and your processed food. So we saw a few research papers as well, how sweet potato can be really helpful in reversing your diabetic condition and also helping in thinning your blood.
Yeah.
So it also acts as a natural aspirin. So we will see one dish that can be prepared in a nice way
Yeah.
using sweet potato.
Sweet potato and butter. Amazing recipe. Very delicious, very sweeter. All you have to do, dehydrate the sweet potato. You can do it traditional way or you can dehydrate in oven as well. Otherwise, boil in steamer.
Okay.
split it, insert butter. Because sweet potato, rich source of starch,
Yeah.
resistant starch, butter give you fat. So fat and resistant starch combination is the most golden way to control blood glucose.
Okay.
Resistant starch and
Butter, good fat.
butter, good type of fat.
Yeah.
So this is amazing recipe for a diabetic patient. Just about one big piece of sweet potato, dehydrate in oven for about 1 hour. So in the oven you can dehydrate for about 1 hour, or in steamer about 10 to 20 minutes to steam it. Split it, insert 2 teaspoons of butter or ghee and enjoy. Amazing way to control blood glucose. And
Okay.
it should be a replacement for normal breakfast.
Okay.
After 2 plates of chapati or palav, if you eat additional sweet potato, definitely it going to have impact
Yeah.
on blood glucose. It spike your sugar.
Okay.
So my advice, displace it with the regular breakfast recipes.
Okay. So stop grains in the morning,
Yeah.
and instead of that include sweet potato with butter. So as doctor mentioned, he also mentioned about sweet potato being a fermentable soluble fiber. So the fermentable soluble fiber is really important for your gut, and it acts as a food for the gut bacteria. So this soluble fiber is further fermented by the gut bacteria, and it helps the good bacteria to grow in a much better way.
Much better way. Yeah,
So the colonization of good bacteria is better, so which has an impact on your health as well.
yeah.
So including sweet potato in your daily diet. So this is one of the best recipes that you can have, and it is very easy to make. So just steam your sweet potato or dehydrate it in the oven and add 2 teaspoons of butter or ghee, and then enjoy it for your daily breakfast. So doctor, thank you very much for telling us and educating us about all the things that has to be done, and about sweet potato especially. Thank you very much. Thank you.